Hello there. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising, then this reading is for you. My name is Mel, and we are going to look into the energies for the month of February. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what does not. For more personal readings, you can book me. Links are in the description box. On y va. Let's get started. Your first card for the month of February is your angel number. It is the number 66. 66 is already telling us that there is a potential for you this month to actually revisit certain circumstances that have transpired through your life or through certain moments in your life. It is also an element of actually reflecting upon yourself, your environment, and how you stand in your own personal life. It also has to do with hope and healing. So basically what I'm getting is, for some of you, there is a promise for better times. That doesn't mean that it will directly transpire in February, but there is like a phase that will actually open up for you, and that will actually create or pave a road towards happier and better times. This also has to do with financial betterment. For some of you, this is something that I am getting through from Spirit, so take this as a positive aspect that for the month of February, things will be looking better. Let's have a look at the tarot card energy of the month, and I've got the Two of Cups. So yes, the Two of Cups is union. Not only union in love, but it could also be union when it comes to work. So that could be an offering of a contract, or maybe even a raise as such. It is also, when you see those two cards together, I am also getting that there is a reflection that will be happening for certain people amongst you on what actually a union needs in order to thrive. So it could be that maybe you're not really in a well-grounded relationship, and the month of February will actually push you to look into the aspects of your commitment or of your relationship on a deeper level. So there will be a little bit more reflecting on that in order to actually see how you can make things really, really thrive between you. There's also an element that I'm getting through here for some of you that might still be single, and that is that the love is available for you, and it's infinite. And basically this is also a message for everybody. Love is infinite and is available for everybody, even if you're in a relationship. I mean, let's be honest, love is infinite. So the first card that I'm getting is calm. And it just gives me the prospect of February entering in a first phase of calmness. There is a certain sense of serenity where you will be actually, going back into the past, looking at things that happened, and also just feeling into your own emotions. And that is going to happen in a kind of a sweet serenity. It doesn't actually show itself as let's say a tower moment or a moment that is really overwhelming. It just comes into existence in a way that you can actually just look at it and decide, like, okay, is this something that I'm willing to take with me or not? How did this actually happen? Or even for some of you, it's just looking back at really nice moments in life and having just how to say, sulking up that loving energy that you would have with the Two of Cups. So basically the second card when I'm getting here is adventure. So basically the adventure card is also telling me that there is a sense of adventure for some of you, but a sense of adventure more as in wanting to to actually create the life that you want to live. I'm getting this sense of perhaps even having, hidden dreams. This element of really having these dreams that you would like to live out in reality. And in February, and that might be also that revisiting, possibly you're even getting dreams where it's like it's always coming back to you, and it's actually showing you what might be needed to actually bring that into fruition. It's also an aspect of also seeing what is going on within you, within your heart, and then how you actually want to proceed. For some, this adventure card also means that you're just going to take a leap of faith and just have this, it's like silence before the storm, but the storm is not in a negative aspect, but there is like this serenity where you're actually looking at things and trying to, I'm getting building blocks, like trying to figure out what the next steps will be for you. And then eventually just taking a leap of faith, going into that adventurous energy and just doing it, just going for whatever feels really good. And this also has to do with love, There could be that there's a calm period for you ahead, but then you have this tendency like, okay, I'm done waiting around. Let's take some actions ourselves, and that could be like going on a dating site or going more to a community gatherings where you find like-minded people, and that adventurous spirit is really coming alive in February, where you will actually be doing things that maybe before you wouldn't really have to do or would have done, because it was not really something that you were like, yeah, well, why? No, I'm not really going to do that. And now it's really like February is really like, you know what? I'm just going to do it and we'll see what happens, What I also have here is for a few amongst you is stop and reflect. So we've got that revisit card again, and now we have the reflection card. And it's actually pausing in your journey and to appreciate how far you've come and where you've headed. So basically also that revisiting card has a sense of nostalgia. It also has a sense of actually putting yourself into your own spotlight, looking in the mirror in the morning and saying like, well, you really did a good job. You are heading on the path that you are desiring. And yeah, even if you had difficulties along the road, you overcame them. And there is this sense of, in February, actually realizing and recognizing those elements in your life and actually giving yourself a huge pat on the back, and also having and that's again the Two of Cups, recognizing that sense of self-love also and self-recognition of, you did it. You went through certain phases in your life. You overcame perhaps even very troublesome times, but you're still standing. And that is a recognizance of your own inner strength, the help of your community for some of you, and that you also are allowed to stop and reflect, revisit, and look back and say, yeah, I actually did it, and I should value myself more when it comes to those aspects. And that might be even that sense of serenity that you will be getting, that sense of accomplishment within serenity, within that self-love, within that, there's a storm within you that might not want to recognize the accomplishments because they might be just minor things, but even those minor things are meant to be seen. And I think within that calmness, there will be an opening to growth, to actually have the ability to see yourself for who you really are and what you are worth, because you are worthy, you know. And perhaps also because of all that, you know, all these sequential aspects flowing through, it will perhaps even open the door for you to regain a certain element of courage and just take a leap of faith, as in with the adventure card. I'm getting turned the page also embracing new chapters with curiosity. So again, adventure, taking that leap of faith, knowing that you are able to actually turn the page. When we revisit the past, we don't have to stay there. And for some of you, this is a very important message, not staying there. If we keep on staying in, let's say, or revisiting old pains, old hurts, and keep picking up actually those painful elements from the past, instead of actually turning the page, okay, perhaps there's also a healing process that is needed before you can actually truly turn the page. But there is an element here that really is being shown to me, and that is that for some of you, it is time, and February is going to give you that gently loving nudge towards turning that page, leaving the past behind. We will revisit it, have a look at it, maybe get even really angry and annoyed. Then stop and reflect, literally. Look at what your accomplishment was. What did you learn? What did you gain out of those experiences? And basically, once you have that realization of, wow, I actually grew out of this experience, that's the moment that, you know, that calmness will arrive, and that you will actually be able to say, like, I can actually give myself a pat on the back and really acknowledge the aspects of me. And that is also, after that will be actually the moment you will be able to actually turn that page, step away from it, and actually allow other paths to open up for you. And I mean, I'm saying paths because it's more than one. Oftentimes we have the free will and the choice to do so. Then we've got the altar, gratitude and releasing burdens. So again, turning the page, releasing the burdens, and also, like, for some of you, this is also again another highlight, and that is living in gratitude, revisiting the past, closing certain chapters, and being in gratitude for what has transpired in the past, even though it might have been for some of you extremely hard. But know that the soul growth was there for a reason. And it really feels as if February is like this ending of that chapter, that moment that you can actually walk away, turn your head, look behind you, and basically even wave at the past and say, thank you. I'm truly grateful for the experiences I've had, but now it's time for me to keep on walking and experience new adventures, the openness to a new journey. And that is what February actually is going to be for you. It's going to be like a passageway where you will actually go through certain stages in order to actually renew and enter a new journey. You've got the sickle, focus, regrowth, and letting go. The letting go is a very, very high, I mean, it's like crazy, the energy of letting go within this reading. It's like there is a sense of also needing to also regrow your own sense of self, and that's why we're reflecting. That's why we're also giving thanks and gratitude towards ourselves, towards the strength that we've had. Towards actually also the divine protection that we are receiving up until this day. For some of you, I understand that sometimes the divine protection that you think you are having might lose some of hope or aspiration into believing that there is a divine protection because of what we experience as humans on this earthly plane. And I can understand that that is sometimes something that we really have to cut through and truly believe in something that is there and that is actually still giving us protection. Let's have a look at the next one, the Midhaven Pinnacle. What I'm getting with this one is also that you are also in this month becoming more visible. And also it's like, and I think that also has to do a lot with the pain and everything that is coming from the past, is also how do you actually project yourself onto the world? And you will be asked to actually take responsibility for how you are seen. Are you seen as somebody that has the courage and the strength and the self-love and the love that they actually exude towards others? Or are you a person that is actually sticking into the past, revisiting the past, and not willing to actually let go and proceed in a more healthier way? I mean, for some of you, this is really a month where you will actually decide to let go of, and I'm sorry for some of people that it sounds a little bit harsh, but victimhood. This is not for everybody, so a few might be triggered by this. I'm sorry. But this is what Spirit is saying. Some people have to let go and will be letting go of this sense of victimhood and sticking and staying into the past, because that is something that they are used to, that they know, and that most probably they also are being acknowledged by through others. And Spirit is literally saying you are going to be guided into the other direction in order to let go of that energy. Then we've got entrance of the ascendant. And that's also an element where I'm actually seeing is that even though, and that's for, I think basically nearly everybody here, but even though if you're feeling like this longing to live out your life accordingly to what you feel your potentials are, even for those that I just addressed of perhaps being or sticking into the past, you also have this longing within you to live out your potential life and to live out your potential dreams. But because you are still remaining into the past, you are blocking this potential to come out. And this potential is huge. I mean, it's basically a life filled with love, filled with communion, filled with unity amongst everybody that is in your community and within your friends and work. So basically it is just telling you, like, you can stay in the past, but then you will block your future. Or you can just turn the page and enter the new portal of possibilities. And there are several possibilities here for you, you know? So it's also what I'm getting here for a lot of people is also to be willing to look beyond the appearances, the outwardly life, and more into your heart. And also, that is also an element here that don't count on other people to do it for you, or don't count on the people's ability to be that way. So that is also the reversed aspect of sticking into the past, is if you have a connection or a friend that is sticking into the past and you are able to let go and turn the page, don't count on them to do the same. We all have our own time frames and well, basically we also have this this karmic cycle that we need to go through. So some of us go through it really fast, and some of us like to repeat the karmic cycles until there's a real aha moment, or a moment where you're literally being pushed to make a decision and to actually let go. But basically what I'm being shown is that for some of you, you will go through it easily. Some of you will go a little bit, it will be a little bit more difficult, but eventually there is a sense of you being guided to do so. And then we've got always in motion. So basically also here, that is what I'm getting through is this is more referring to this karmic cycle. It's always in motion, and we can or stick in it and stay there, or we can actually walk away from it, from those karmic situations. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. So also here again, it is all in our own decision. When we look on how we stand in life, how we project ourselves in life, and how we actually deal with life situations, we do have the ability to affect our destiny. It's like if you're living in gratitude and in love, and you are basically going from a place of unconditional love, your growth will be different than somebody that is, let's say, in a lower vibration and is actually flowing through a very negative energy, and is harsh, hateful, or angry. I mean, it's basically, it just has to do with the vibrations, and it is also about shifting that vibration to a higher level and being more in that energy of love than in the energy of, let's say, anger. This February, and basically that's what I've been seeing overall for a lot of the other zodiac signs, is that February will be a month of transformation for a lot of you. There will be a moment where you will actually have to sit down and just look at the things and decide for yourself. Am I going to live in harmony and in that sense of energy of love and communion, like the Two of Cups? Or am I deciding to do the total difference side, and I'm gonna keep on revisiting the past, staying in this more or less lower energy? That's basically what Spirit is telling me. Now we've got here also wellness, so ensure your body is nourished. Live a healthier lifestyle. Now that healthier lifestyle has, and in this aspect, I do feel more to do with the healthier lifestyle that is playing inside your mind. This is about being healthier, talking to yourself. Yeah, try to notice, and then that would be in the calmness of your mind, like, how do you talk to yourself? Are you down-putting or are you uplifting? Because those things make a huge difference when it comes to actually proceeding in life. The moment you start realizing that you're actually putting yourself down, even unknowingly, because it often happens unknowingly. I don't think that I know many people that are actually putting themselves down because they feel like it, you know. Most of the time it's just like an inherent little tick that you have, that you tell yourself. But the moment that you become more mindful about the way you talk to yourself, the more resilient you get into changing that aspect within yourself, you know? Like you could, an example would be like, you're doing something and then you do something wrong and you're like, oh my God, I'm so stupid, you know? And you just say it, you know, or you think it. And it's not something that you're just like, oh, I just wanted to deliberately insult myself. But it's just something that you automatically do without really being mindful about it. Like, I just actually spoke negatively about myself. And what happens then is that there is a sense of actually looking at those things to become actually healthier in your own mindset. And then whenever you do realize that you are down talking yourself, it would be a good moment actually to just stop, literally just stop, and rephrase what you said in a positive aspect. And once you start doing those things, you'll notice also a shift in the change of, well, your surroundings, but also you'll notice that you'll be less hooked on using negative speak towards yourself or towards others. There's this sense of that rising of the energy when we start talking more in loving ways, more in that Two of Cups sense of love, you know. Then we have cutting ties. So yeah, for some of you, this means that February will be a month where you will be cutting ties, not only with your past, but perhaps also with your own mindset, the old ways that you have been thinking about yourself, and also the old ways that you have been holding on to that are actually no longer serving you. This could also be, for a few people, cutting ties with some other people, which, well, if necessary, then that will happen. It might even just happen like that once you start raising your vibration, that other people will just disappear out of your life without you even expressing that, you know. So be aware that these are things that could happen, that once you are raising your vibration, that certain elements will just, yeah, disappear out of your reality. Let's have a look. Locked. So also for some people here, I was talking in the beginning about the financial aspects. So basically, I do see that there are a few people that are awaiting a new job opportunity. In the beginning of February, it might not really come to fruition, but I do see that these things will come into fruition, you know. Also here, money matters. So it's basically, I do see that for a lot of you, there is an element of actually having a little bit of a difficulty when it comes to finances. Beginning of February, I'm not feeling it. So it's going to be more around the ending of February where everything will change for the better. It's like I said, there is this sense of don't give up hope because of the mere fact that we do have the Two of Cups here. Okay, it's not the Two of Pentacles or it's not the Ten of Pentacles, but it is a card that is showing me that there is a union happening. And when there is a union happening, this can also be work related. So think that this is not a unovercoming. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but anyhow, unovercoming situation that you can't get out. You can. Let's see. But you also have to do something for it. It's not like I can sit down and all of a sudden everything will resolve itself by itself. No, there's always a little bit of self-work that needs to be done while you want to succeed in certain aspects. Let's have a look at what the tarot is giving us for the month of February. Oppa! We got the Five of Swords. Oops. King of Cups. The Moon. Then the Queen of Wands. One more. Oops, that fell on the ground. Let me get that. The Chariot. Upsa. Okie dokie. So, and then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Gratitude card at the end of the deck. So basically what I'm seeing here with the tarot is that, okay, we got a lot of emotions here, but we also have a lot of people that will still be wanting to hold on to some of the unhealthy aspects that are still well, swirling around themselves. A lot of other people, I'm seeing that they will be open to positive changes, to actually opening up the heart. I'm seeing like an opening of the heart chakra, in order to actually allow that to also enter their life. There's a sense of groundedness here also, within the tarot cards, that a lot of you will find that element of I'm grounded, I feel safe, I feel strong, I have the power to do the things that I need to be doing. And that is that leap of faith that you will have once you actually feel that strength of going for it. In love, I do see a lot of you actually nurturing your love, your relationships, the ones that are in a relationship. There's a lot of nurturing going, a lot of bringing in good vibes, really looking at how can we make things even better. There is a sense of openness within relationships, within actually just really giving your heart. For those that are not in a relationship and are dating, I do see this getting moving forward. There is a sense of things going a little bit faster. So it could be that then at that moment you're still in a dating phase, and then it actually evolves to more. That could also be for some of you that are in a fixed relationship that are actually going to take it to the next level. So for a lot of you, like I said, a few of you will still have difficulties letting go of certain healing aspects, but I do see that a few of you will really go through it like like a speed train. It's like shoof, and they'll be like, okay, I'm gone. And it's like that's always in motion card together with the chariot. It's just showing me that for a few amongst you, you will be there will be something like that element of you just sitting down, reflecting, thinking about things like, okay, this, and then it will just like fall in place. It's like a Rubik's Cup, you know, chick, and then all the colors are right in one go. Well, for some of you, this will be that aspect. I do see that for some of, a few of you with the moon, that there are still some hidden elements here that still have to come up. So it could be that maybe something from the past will reveal itself again, and you are being asked to actually do look at it, have a deeper dive into those things, but don't get stuck into it. That's what I'm getting with this moon energy. It's like, don't get stuck into the past. Have a look, go through all the emotions. If there's need for healing, work on it, but don't hold on to the negative elements from the past. It is really, really time to let go, to heal, to forgive yourself, to immerse yourself in self-love, to immerse yourself in this sense of knowingness that anything that transpired throughout your life was a healing path. It was a path of growth, a path of experience, and that the positive things we take with us towards the future, and we leave the negative behind. So that was it for today, and thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and give me a follow and a like. You can also book me for readings via the links down below in the description box. Do know that I will never reach out to anyone to sell any readings. Thank you very, very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.